Just before we get into this video, guys, if you want to follow me on social media, on Twitter and Instagram, the links are here. And if you also want to support me on Patreon as well and help out my channel, that would be absolutely awesome as well. But let's get on with the video. Hey guys, it is Wingy here and welcome to a brand new video. Now, I love comic books and I love superheroes, both Marvel and DC. And let's be honest, they've created some of the greatest characters that we have ever seen. You know, DC have the likes of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Marvel, of course, have Wolverine, Spider-Man, the Hulk, characters like that. And they're really popular. I mean, you only have to go to a cinema at any one time and I guarantee you there will probably be a superhero movie in there or it's about to be released. However, having said that, over the years, whilst there have been great, there's also been some incredibly shit ones. So what I'm going to be doing today is looking at the dumbest superheroes ever made. Now, because there are so many, I might even turn this into a series because researching for this video, my god, there are loads. But today I'm just going to give you a handful of the ones that I found that I personally think are the dumbest. So first of all, we go to a character who goes by the name Douglas Aaron Ramsey, or his superhero alter ego, Cypher. So who is Cypher? Well, Cypher is a character who understands languages, both all across the world and extraterrestrial languages as well. That's it. That's all that this dude can do. Now, don't get me wrong, understanding multiple different languages when you're a superhero team, obviously someone like the Avengers or the Justice League, if you're going across the world and you need to talk to world leaders or whatnot, you would probably call this guy. Maybe some of the big bad aliens that are coming to invade Earth, you can call this guy and he can stop the invasion from happening by negotiation. But that's all he has. I mean, if he was a real person, I'm sure that would be incredibly impressive. But he doesn't have super strength. He's got a slightly above average intelligence. He can just talk Spanish well as German and Italian and Klingon, I imagine. Now, I don't see why this character was made. I really don't. Unless the Justice League or the Avengers or whoever are planning their own Brexit with Thanos or something like that, then he's going to come in as no use or help whatsoever. Next we have Charles Foster Tane, who accidentally drank some super plastic liquid and he became Bouncing Boy. Now already you can tell that this guy is not going to be a good superhero. What are his powers? Well, from the name you can pretty much guess what he does. He can bounce around like a big giant beach ball. Now I don't understand this. I mean, obviously there's so many different superheroes out there who have super strength or are super stretchy or can turn fire on or laser vision or anything like that. But to turn into a friggin' football, come on. So what if you can just bounce along a load of villains and then roll them down like bowling pins or something? That's going to get really repetitive really quickly. I mean, you look at a character like Green Lantern and with his willpower he can create anything with that ring. Superman, as overpowered as he is, he does have multiple different options there. He can punch people, he can carry people and fly them away, laser vision, frost breath, but bouncing up and down or off a wall. Was that really the best that you could come up with? A bouncing boy. Even the name is stupid. And yet this kid even got into the Legion of Superheroes. How low has the bar got to be set that fucking Bouncing Boy gets into a superhero team? Then again, he's still not the worst one that I found. Another member of the Legion of Superheroes now with Tenzil Kem, also known as Matter Eater Lad. Oh yes, Matter Eater Lad. So he's literally the superhero where you eat away your problems. So he can literally eat anything, essentially. He can chew through wired fences or wooden doors or a spaceship, I imagine. Although he is actually an alien from the planet Bismal, however they should have renamed it to Abysmal. But he can't just eat stuff. What he can do as well is once he has eaten something, he can analyze it and tell you whether or not it contains certain poisons or chemicals or stuff like that. So I guess in terms of like detective work, he could come in quite handy. You know, you go to a scene of a crime and someone's been murdered, maybe he could eat some of the evidence and tell you how they died. But then again, all this boils down to is just a really cool and weird party trick. You can just eat whatever. I mean, to be honest, if you'd met my friends, they can pretty much do that anyway, so I don't see what's so impressive about Matter Eater Lad. And again, the fact that he joined the Legion of Superheroes, what are the standards for that team? That is ridiculous. Okay, and next we have one that I think is easily one of the most ridiculous creations that I think I've ever seen, and I do not know what DC were thinking when they came up with this one. So, you know, DC have the big hard hitters, like I mentioned before, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Arm Fall Off Boy. No, you didn't mishear me. His name is Arm Fall Off Boy, and he has the ability, get this, to take his arm off and then bludgeon people with it. Did they not realise that you could just give him a baseball bat and it would have the same effect? In fact, it would actually be better because then you could wield it with two hands. This is just dumb. Why would What purpose does that have, taking your arm off? Like I said before, just get a weapon of some sort, like a bat or a hockey stick or a golf club, something like that. You don't need to take your own arm off. I don't understand how the same people that brought us Batman, one of the greatest characters ever created, not just a superhero, they also brought us this git. I mean, I know you're not going to get it right every single time, but surely you would have the common sense to realise that your arm popping off and you smacking people with it wasn't actually going to be that interesting of a character. And that's the thing, that's the only thing that this guy can do. I don't know, it might even be both arms. Maybe it's a party trick that he can take both of his arms off, but then again, if you did take both of your arms off, how would you hit people with them? Would you use your foot? They can't have made this one seriously. This had to have been a dare that went terribly, terribly too far. And then finally we go to a superhero that I'm pretty sure is the most well known on this list, and that is of course Squirrel Girl. So, Squirrel Girl's powers, they go like this: superhuman agility, senses and strength, razor sharp claws, retractable knuckle spikes, and the ability to communicate with squirrels, because that's really fucking handy, isn't it? Now don't get me wrong, this isn't the worst superhero ever made, but I think it is quite a ridiculous one. Everything that Squirrel Girl does, there's another superhero that has something that she has, but better. The whole retractable knuckle thing. You got Wolverine, he's got his claws. The ability to communicate with squirrels. I mean, Aquaman can talk to the entire ocean and kill you with a shark. I don't really see what a load of squirrels chucking nuts at you is gonna do. Although, to be fair, squirrels are vicious bastards, especially the grey ones. They killed off the red ones, and that makes me sad because they were practically my family. What am I on about? And before anybody in the comments says, yes, I know that Squirrel Girl has beaten Thanos before, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but I'm willing to bet that this is exactly what happened. Someone at Marvel probably got really offended that people thought Squirrel Girl was a little bit of a joke and a bit of a naff character. So they thought, I know, we'll write a story where she beats Thanos, so then if anybody has a go at her, somebody else can just say, actually, she has beaten Thanos before, so she can't be that bad, can she? That's the only reason why she did. It's not because she's a good superhero, it's to shut people up. And it doesn't work. It's not good enough. She's still a naff superhero and really, really ridiculous. Is she worse than Arm Fall Off Boy though? I don't know. No, she's not. But still, she's pretty naff. And so they are some of the dumbest superheroes that I could find. Like I say guys, if you enjoyed this video, then let me know if you want to see more, because I found loads. I mean, there's a list of like 100 that I found that I can easily go through. So if you did enjoy it, then let me know in the comments, and also give this video a like. Which one out of these 5 do you think are the dumbest superheroes? You can always go and look these characters up as well to see what else they can do, because I didn't want to go into too much detail about them. So yeah, subscribe for more and all that jazz. And if you did any of those things, I would love you forever. But until next time guys, you take care of yourselves. Goodbye. I could be a superhero. I'd be good at superheroing. Because of my Irish heritage, I could be the leprechaun. I could choke people with Guinness. No, I like Guinness too much. I don't want to waste it.